All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Badash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled The Atlas Shrugged Series is Predictive Programming. Okay. Machaya, Baba Kusha, get me the definition of predictive programming. And the other part of it is time of trouble, because that's what it shows. It shows a time of trouble. All right. And that movie is not a movie for entertainment purposes. That movie had a message, because that's a terrible movie when it comes to script, when it comes to acting. It's just an altogether terrible movie. You could tell by the ratings. But that movie was not meant for entertainment purposes. That movie was, there was a lot of hidden messages in there. Okay. So let's go ahead and read the meaning of predictive program.
Okay, this is predictive programming from Google. It said predictive programming is the original name of a formal method for program specification and refinement, more recently called a practical theory of programming, invented by Eric Hayner.
Okay. Read that again.
Yeah,
and if
it says,
is there another definition to it, or that's it?
Let me see.
And if not, you can type in predictive programming method. But first, let's read that definition again if there's nothing else.
Okay, and I'll read it again. It says, predictive programming is the original name of a formal method for program specification and refinement, more recently called the practical theory of programming, invented by Eric Hayner. I'll check method.
Yes.
Yeah, when I put predictive programming method, the same thing pops up too.
The same thing pops up. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, what we know as predictive programming is what people call predictive programming is the revelation of the method, which the revelation of the method is the elites, telling you what they're going to do before they do it. All right. In different ways, like the movies, the comedy, commercials, cartoons, so on and so forth. That's why you have the Simpsons that seems to constantly predict things. Right. But it's really just a revelation of the method. You can look, matter of fact, I'll look that up. Revealing of the method, revelation of the method. Did you find anything else there, Makai?
Looking, hold on. Okay, I found something here on the website, Rational Wiki. It says predictive programming. Predictive programming is a reoccurring element across many conspiracy theories. The claim is that when conspirators plan a false flag operation, they hide references to it in the popular media before the atrocity takes place.
That's it. That's it. Before they read that again.
Mm-hmm. It says predictive programming is a recurring element across many conspiracy theories. The claim is that when conspirators plan a false flag operation, they hide references to it in the popular media before the atrocity takes place.
Right.
When the event,
right. So they show you something that's going to happen before the atrocity takes place, and that's what's being shown in this movie. This movie series Atlas Shrugged, because the author was an insider, right? Supposedly she was a mistress of one of the Rothschilds, and that's who John Gold represented. And when you watch that movie, it makes sense. That's clearly he represented the elites, right? Because there was a place where all these elites, all these top CEOs of these of industries, right? They ended up abandoning their industries and basically sabotage themselves, right, so that the people can suffer, right, because they felt like they weren't being appreciated, that they had to basically help useless eaters in order to be accepted, you know, because they say your virtue is not based upon what you accomplish, but how many people you help. Something along those lines are like, we want to change that. Okay, we're tired of not being appreciated. So all our hard work, we gotta help these people. Which basically they didn't call them useless eaters, but that's what they were alluding to in the show. And they all went to this particular retreat, which I looked at this retreat, this area which they called Atlantis. I looked at this as bunkers. Okay, so when all hell was breaking, because the whole world was crumbling except for this little area where they were in. And in this area that they were in, and they built their own society with all these top people, these top industries, okay, they weren't trading with money. The woman, she wanted to say, okay, I'll pay you for your services, because she got hurt trying to look for the place, and whatever, plane crashed or whatever. And the doctor, he said, don't worry, I'll take care of the bill for the doctor. And she said, no, I'll pay myself. And then he had to explain to her eventually that, listen, your money is no good here. We only use gold. Okay, so they were living on they were living in a city of off the grid. You understand? But these were all these top CEOs of these companies, top CEOs of industries, rather. Right? And notice, and I don't want to ramble on too much, but notice in the time of C-19, a lot of them people started to resign from their posts. You had the Amazon, Jeff Bezos, he resided, right? He had a resignation. Okay, different people was resignating at a high rate, and that's only going to continue, because there's going to be a point where they're going to do away with this. They're getting right there, because they're getting ready for the next world, the next system, right, which is the NWO. Okay, now was that it on that definition?
There's a bit more. It says, when the event occurs, the public have softened up and therefore passively accepts it rather than offering resistance or opposition.
Mm-hmm. So this is definition 4. It says, what is revelation of the method? So it's the definition for the revelation of the method. It says, in conspiracy circles, you hear the phrase revelation of the method bandied about. There's always some vague notion of rubbing your hands in their evil doings, or priming you for eventual dystopian reality. Okay, dystopian, that's a very important word, because that's the type of society they're trying to create, right? It says, so you'll accept it with a whimper, but what is it really? So predictive programming and revelation of the method, the way people use predictive programming is one and the same. Okay. I mean, I could read more, but I mean, you pretty much got the gist of it, So what I want to do is I want to read. What was I going to say? Psalm 64. Let's get Psalm 64.
I got it.
Verse 1. Go ahead, bro.
Fine. Psalm 64 and verse 1. It says, hear my voice, O Most High Yahweh. In my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Yep. So they have a secret council. They have secret councils, meetings,
Right.
right? Where they discuss, how they're going to further oppress the people, right? And how they can rule forever. You understand what I'm saying? There was even, I noticed while she was laying down somewhere, I know she was laying, getting ready to go to bed in that particular Atlantis place. And she was looking at the writing on the wall. They had like different people who wrote with the markers, or, like when you go to a kid classroom, the desk is all marked up with, with writing. It was like that over the bed. And there was a few quotes. And one of the quotes is, it says, "Don't worry, it will all be better in the morning." Okay.
Mm,
So I looked at that as an illuministic quote, right? Meaning once the smoke clears, right, from the chaos that they create, they'll be able to rise from the ashes like the phoenix. See? So their whole mindset is how to make their extend their rulership and further oppress the people.
right.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
I have a quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
Psalms 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
That's it. That's the mind. That's the mind of these Edomites, especially these elites, right? Especially these elites, right? Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to outsmart the Most High.
Right.
Okay. Um, there was more on that. Psalm 64.
Khan.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2 again, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They
Yeah.
encourage them. Oh,
Yeah. The perfect is who? The elect.
right,
So the main target, the main people that they want to get rid of going forward into their NWO is the elect,
right,
the remnant. Remember what it says in Revelations, the 12th chapter at the end. Okay. It speaks about them making war with the woman and the remnant of her seed.
right.
Matter of fact, you can get that real quick, Bahaya Baba Shot.
Come.
Yeah.
This is Revelation. Mhm.
And we'll
This is
start at
Revelation.
12. So read 12 and 12 first and then jump down there.
Okay, come. This is Revelation 12 and verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump down to verse. Mhm.
Yeah. So Esau knows his time is short. So he's trying to speed up this lockdown. He's trying to speed up, the lockdown of the earth, so that he can implant everyone with the MOTB. So the MOTB is coming soon, man.
Yeah,
It's coming very, very soon. But first that chaos needs to come. They need to beg for it. Right? Go ahead, bro.
Khan.
Yeah,
That's gonna be like the solution to the MO. The MOTB is gonna be the solution to the chaos.
Right, right. And they're not gonna be out in the public with the rest of the people. You think they're gonna be if they have a house in some suburb, you think they're gonna stay in that suburb, man, where the people are looking for their head and there's no food on the streets, man? The ones that are on a level, they're gonna already know, it's time to go to the bunkers, man. It's time to
Right,
go to the hideout shelters, man. Which they
right.
have cities underground, man.
right.
Go ahead, bro.
If I may add real quick too, because I think you got it.
No, you got it, bro.
In the movie, what's that movie? Civil War, I think it was, or the other movie with the Jake,
Leave the
with the
world behind.
Tesla. Yeah, leave the world behind. The guy, the Jake, he was talking to another guy, the higher, but that guy knew, he knew chaos was coming, and then he didn't let the Jake know. But he himself, he was already gone. Basically, he knew not to stay there.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. That's right. You want to say something? Mohammed?
That's what I was gonna say. That's the point. I'm
Okay.
gonna jump down to verse 17. It says, And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
That's it. So the main mission, the main target is the elect. And a dragon, one of the characteristics of a dragon is that he has keen eyesight,
Right.
you know. So, he knows exactly who he's coming for. And that's why a lot of these things, a lot of these bills that are passing, these people being locked up for social media posts, we know who that's ultimately looking to target. Okay? Because they can't come to the men of the Lord talking about violence and all this, because we're not doing violence. So, well, you know what? They got agent provocateurs that may kick that part off, right? So we see these things coming. Who is reading?
Psalm 64.
Okay. You have a precept, Mahaya?
Yeah, I was real quick. It's Isaiah 10 and verse 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and the right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless." Just to
Right.
back up your point, the point that you made of how that Esau's basically bring these laws into to pass these bills, to where that he's coming after the elect. He's doing gradualism to where that he makes it broad so that he could, put anybody under that category. If you speak certain things, you could face jail time, right? Like you see that's happening in the UK. Ultimately, he's doing all that to come after the elect. Because once he basically stamps and establishes, you may say, his new world order, the only people that's going to resist is the elect. So already he has to set in place traps to catch the elect so that, we don't basically threaten his NWO. Because Esau, he does research. He searches things out, right? It says he does a diligent search. So he's going to bring these things to pass first before, he establishes his new world order,
Uh, uh, and speaking of those bills, first of all, in the movie series, they were passing bills like they were getting the people who had they were passing certain bills right away to basically flood out these different what you would call it, these different to basically get a monopoly on the industries. And another thing that at the end they said there was a particular, because after the chaos ensued, because all these industries were messed up. Remember, all those industry CEO, they all left, which they collapsed their own industries. That's how they made it, right? That's how they showed it there. But really, in reality, they're going to be juiced in with the elites. That's the reality of it, right? But they did it, romanticized it how they did it in the movie, right? But so all those industries were collapsed. So all chaos was breaking loose. The food wasn't coming in how it was supposed to. The cargo was being messed up. All these things were happening. So they said, listen, California seceded from the Union. Okay. Right. And where else did we see that? What other movie did we see California secede?
Civil War.
That's right. It was California and Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And California is in a chaotic state right now. It's just getting worse. Okay. And another thing that they said was, and the gangs have taken over, I can't remember where, Vermont or one of them places. Okay, what's happening now? The Venezuelan gangs is taking over buildings and taking over, Colorado and different places, man. And you can't tell me that's by coincidence. Oh, well, okay. I want to say it's coincidence. Who let them in? All right. And then on top of that, they're getting orders from tops from their gang leaders supposedly to say to go ahead and pop the police. So what manner of gang leader is this? What manner of gang is this? Okay, there's somebody above them, man. Okay, we're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble. Let's get that. Let's get Jeremiah 30 and 5, Bubba Kucha. All right, that's the time we're coming into. Right, so the apostle Tar, he named the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Well, it's speeding up towards that, man. You
Yes,
see?
sir.
So in the beginning, I don't see how Jacob's trouble gonna pop off now. You know what I'm saying? I just came from the swimming pool. I was just with the kids in the swim. Right? You understand what I'm saying? Because Jake is simple, but now you see things are speeding up, man. So what now?
Mm.
Right? And at any moment they could see them gangs is getting the go ahead. So they could go state to state to state to state to state to state. Okay? Creep up into Canada, creep up into to UK, creep up, you know? They could do different types of methods in Canada and UK with these sleeper cells. So listen, man, we're at that time. Salak, go ahead, bro.
Yep, this is Jeremiah 30 and verse 5. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child.
Yeah, them people that are
Wherefore
living
do..."
around that complex with them Venezuelans, they're in fear. Okay?
Yeah.
They got to put extra locks on their door in case their door gets kicked in because they're just kicking in doors, robbing jewelry stores,
Yeah.
or robbing gun stores. Okay? What do you think they're going to do with the guns? They got, right now, they got high level weapons the police can't even deal with, man. I'm hearing they got snipers and shit. They just looking at the complex like, you know, with the snipers like this is a Call of Duty, man, out the window, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it says, verse 6, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it."
Yeah, we're coming to the time of Jacob's trouble, a time that has never been. We're just we're just scratching the surface. So you can see what's getting ready to happen, man. If your eyes are open. This is what we're trying to explain to you, man. And that Atlas Shrugged, every brother should go watch that Atlas Shrugged. Atlas Shrugged series, man. Okay? Go ahead.
That was it.
Okay, that was it. Okay, Shaquat, you got a little bit more on 64?
Khan.
Go ahead. If you
It
could
says
hold
verse
second as is 15, Machaya Babakusha.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
Khan. Psalm 64 and verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Both the inward touch. Shalom Akim, shalom to the brothers on the comment board. Right, the heart is deep, man. Okay, the heart is deep. Okay, go ahead.
Khan. It says, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
So this was a deep plan that they planned out, man.
Yeah.
You know, this is deep, man. Okay, to bring in this chaos, you know, and it's going to lead to a lot of death. All right, it's going to lead to a lot of death, and even there they had a particular bill that they passed right with the chaos. They said, "Oh, we got to get this chaos under control. We got to get these citizens under control." Because, you know, right? And he's like, so we got to pass this bill, the bill F, something F, bill F, right? So he was trying to get the signature for the scientist, and the scientist is like, "This is a torture weapon," right? He's like, I didn't do my research to create for you to create a torture weapon and torture the people with it, you know. The guy's like, he's like, what if I don't want to comply with this, with signing this? And he said, well, all he said was, well, eh? Well, and he looked at him, right? And then he said, then he just signed it. You know what that means, man?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. F around and find out, man. You see? So these are the things they have in place. And don't forget the guillotines, man. You think the guillotine as far-fetched as old school methods? Well, the scriptures speak about the guillotines, man. You speak about the elect being beheaded, okay, for the witness. Give me that Shaquat real quick, man. Okay? And I want to read this real quick before you even get that. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand." All right? They have the power to do so, so they do it. They control everything, man. Right? And anyone that doesn't want to come under that control, well, they could just disappear.
Right.
Well, I don't want to come under your control. Well, right? Well, you know? Yeah. Go ahead.
I have a quick precept.
Mm-hmm.
Revelation 13:15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Well, break it down.
So yeah, it's gonna come to that point, man. You know, the point where if you don't comply with the system, you know, that the so-called that he's trying to set up, you know, they're gonna kill you, man. You know, that the brother was going into. He didn't want to sign that. Well, you know, he's gonna be, you know, X'd out.
Yeah. Then he signed it quick, right? So you got the other scripture, the beheaded?
Yeah, Khan.
Go ahead.
Revelation 20 and verse 4, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh. And
yeah. So there's going to be brothers that are going to have to be beheaded
right.
for the witness of Yahushua. They're going to have to be beheaded, man. All right. See, not all brothers, certain brothers, that's going to be their lot.
Right.
Okay. And the Lord's going to give you the spirit to deal with it, man, because we know we're not taking the chip, right? We know death is better than that, of course. We just got to pray for the strength to go through it manfully, you know. But at the end of the day, man, this time is before us, man.
Yeah.
These times are before us, man. Okay, they're about to collapse the society. They're going to collapse it, and it's going to be through Satan, but that's going to be from the go ahead of the Most High Yahweh, Yahweh shot. Okay, the Most High Yahweh through Yahweh shot. Remember, all judgment was given to the Son, man.
Right.
So, you know, this is about to be real, man. Okay, it's about to be real, and that Bill F and similar bills like that are going to be passed once the chaos is. When the chaos ensues, that's their go ahead to do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's their go ahead to show their horns completely. Now, people are killing each other in the streets. I mean, it's complete anarchy. No food. There's nothing. You know, we gotta do something. You know, the smart. You know those. You know the guys I'm talking about. You guys, I don't gotta say, you know, the thing on their head. You know those guys. Okay. Yeah. Big note. The schnauzels. Those guys, man. We gotta do something, right? We're gonna sign a bill into law like the F bill, man. All right. And what's that gonna do, man? What's that gonna do? That's gonna give them the kill on sight if they want, or to just grab you up, kicking your. Oh, it says that there should be a great insurrection.
Right.
Let's get that in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, real quick, man.
Got it.
Go ahead, bring that on out.
Con 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 71. It says, matter of fact, verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
There we go.
Yep.
There's going to be a great insurrection, man. It's just little warfare against the men of the Lord, man. That's what's coming. But you people are going to get swept up in it, man. You Christians, you right wing Edomites, because they're ready to fight.
Yeah.
Okay. You false prophet Israelites. Okay. Everyone's going to be, when it rains, it just doesn't rain on one housetop, man. Okay, when it rains, it just does not rain on one housetop. Okay, so hey, man, we're coming to that time, man. Atlas Shrugged is not a movie for entertainment. That's a movie. That's an insider movie. That's a movie with a message.
Message.
That's right. That's right. So I suggest all brothers go watch that Atlas Shrugged movie. All right, brothers, have anything to say? Close out.
I was gonna say too, because these things Esau he already planned it from time. You know, it's not that it's something new that he recently came up with of how that he wants to see hip the people and have everybody under his control. This was thought out years ago, to where they passed on these secrets down to their kids and then their kids, and then now here it is. They want to finalize that plan. You know, and ultimately they think it's their plan. Really, it's Yahweh Shem Shai's plan. To where that chaos is going to be under earth. It's the plan of the Lord, and then once that happens, the Lord's just going to dispose of Esau like he is. Esau thinks this is his. It's my idea. I want to do this. It's not you. You're just simply being controlled by the Lord. That's it.
That's right, brother. That's right. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Brother Shaquat, you want to say something, Salakia?
No.
Okay. With that, Lord willing,
you wanted that 15 still, or
Oh yes, Salakia, bring that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Salakia.
You want me to start with verse?
Start at verse 12 or 13.
Con. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 13. It says, "They that till the ground shall mourn, for the seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful consolation."
And don't forget, in dealing with that, the seed shall fail through the blasting and hail. Right? These farmers got a lot of suffering to go through too. Don't forget they have that heart. Right? If they want to get rid of them farmers and mess up their crops, they can do that too. The Heavenly Father gave them a power even of weather to show you why Esau is so prideful. Even you won't know said that. If we want to make rain, right? He said, we don't have to fear God or something like that. If we want to make rain, we could create it. Right? So the Most High gave him that technology to build up his pride. But you farmers, your livelihood is in danger, man. Okay? Even in the movie, right? They mentioned how we can't afford to we can't bring the trains through. We got to stop bringing the trains through certain places. Well, yeah, let's start with I don't remember the place they said. I don't know if it was Montana or so. I don't remember the place they said, but it was a breadbasket place, a place where, and then the woman, she said, we can't do that because that's where everyone gets their wheat from. Everyone gets their wheat from Montana. It's gonna take out a piece of the body. You take out the arm and the leg, not the heart or the brain, right? And then you see the Edomites at the table. They look like they don't give a shit. Like, so we got to sacrifice some lives because that was that was part of their plan. You understand? You see? So they wanted to take it out from the breadbasket. They wanted to bring about more suffering. Okay, so they're going to attack you farmers, man. All right, then he's like, we'll just have to use farmers from other places. Just gonna have to pick up the slack. She's like, it's impossible. Sometimes people gotta die. That was their attitude.
Yeah.
You understand? So that showed you the attitude of these elites. Okay, they're bringing about the chaos, and you farmers. Well, that's why who's buying up the farms, man?
Yeah.
Huh? The gates of hell, man.
He's not a farmer. This guy's not even a farmer, bro.
No, but he's everything, brother. That brother is everything, brother. He's a farmer. He's a advisor. You know, he's a philanthropist.
This guy has all the gifts, bro.
He's a doctor on the side. He's a doctor. You know, get out of here, man.
That's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to your point too, because even with that conversation that Aaron Russo had the interview when he was speaking to one of the top guys, when he said that
Nick Rockefeller. He was speaking to Nick Rockefeller.
Nick Rockefeller, and then he said, "Why do you care about them? They're just because he was like, yo, the plan that you're trying to do is that you're trying to kill everybody." Just tying it in with what you said with the movie. That's the attitude of evil. He doesn't care about you mere peons as he sees you people, man. Blood is nothing in this sight. If it serves his purpose, if it's for his agenda, he does not give two fucks.
Right.
He won't cry. He won't lose sleep. Matter of fact, he's gonna sleep like a baby, knowing that his plan is moving forward.
He sleeps better. The scripture says he sleeps not if he, it doesn't cause him to fall.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Got a cold spirit towards the people. Most time, because they try to make it like the CEOs were going against the government, and the government was bringing through that evil plan of the F bill, but then the CEOs were just doing their thing because, they were protesting what the government was doing to them and saying, fuck the people. But they were causing the people to starve and die and get messed up. They're like, F them. That was their attitude. So both of them had it because they're both really, in reality, they work together. Mm-hmm. Right? In other words, they're all juiced in with the elites. So it's just, it's a very interesting movie, and brothers should check it out. Right. Not for entertainment purposes, because it's garbage when it comes to that, but there's a lot of messaging inside of it. Brothers have anything else they want to say? Oh yeah, keep going.
Yeah, 2 Ezra 15 and verse 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able."
This is what was happening in the show. All right, in the movie. Okay, there was all kind of sedition. There was people killing one another, right? Gangs taking over cities and all kind of stuff. Right, that's what was happening. They didn't necessarily. That wasn't something they showed often, but they spoke about it. You saw it in the news and all that. Okay, go ahead.
It says, verse 17, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods."
So when you already got these Venezuelan gangs, they're doing that shit now. So how much more when there's famine and stuff like that? What do you think these people that are just came over here, and some of these people that are the baser sort, the bases of men, the baser sort rather, what do you think they're going to do? And they're going to go even more wild when there's no food around, right? You see? Go ahead.
It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation."
That's right. You got something, Mr. Quad?
No.
Okay. All right. You want to say something, Khan?
No, that's it. That's
okay. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. We give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Latak the Mount City Apostles and Elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this is edifying. Shalom.
Shalom.